a soulful fusion of the 70s hit musical The Wiz, with the urban lyricism of hip-hop and spoken word poetry. Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion have all been born again in this hilarious hip-hop theater production, What It Is.
I play Dorothy tonight, but I also play the Scalper, the CO, and pretty much all of the characters that are not the good characters. About the prison system in that way. Like, one of the cast members brought up today during our circle that there's more people in prison than there was enslaved back in the day, and that makes no type of sense at all. So it's a good play that makes everybody aware of what's going on and reminds them and hopefully inspires them and provokes them to go do something about it.
Well, the play is definitely centered around the prison industrial complex and how it had an effect on this one particular girl. Dorothy. What I like about the cast in this ensemble is that we had the Wiz, the father, and the Wiz, the mother. So you definitely see how the industrial complex doesn't discriminate on gender. It could affect you if you were a female, it would affect you if you were a male. It also dealt with the hip-hop industry and how it started as, bebop and something really great, and then kind of transformed into what we have today. Crazy, just straight craziness.
I'm John Prescott. I play many parts to the mayor, Mayor Fuliani. I play a corrupt officer. I play a newscaster, and most importantly, I play the Honorable Judge Uncle Tom Ask Clarence. So I play a lot of the faces of oppression in What It Is.
What you mean you don't know? You better ask somebody and act like you know. You know they didn't stop at the 11. 9 plus 1 plus 1 is 11. The Twin Towers represent 11. Flight 11 had 11 crew members and was the first to crash.
This lady makes no sense.
No, my name is Jessica Valores. I think, The Wiz is, it's a captivating story. It's interesting. It's like, this whole other world. But What It Is really kind of shines a light on important issues that's going on, but in a fun way where people can digest it and can relate to it. So, it's about the prison industrial complex, but it's also about not having a father, or it's also about wanting fame, and it's also about hip hop and misogyny and all these different things that we deal with on a daily basis, but don't really confront face to face. But it's this production kind of just puts it all out there in your face. And
Inspired by the 1970s musical The Wiz, which featured Diana Ross, Richard Pryor, Lena Horne, and introduced Michael Jackson to Quincy Jones.
My name is Mariposa. I am playing the character of Ivelisse in What It Is.
Real shock that these violent offenders are willing to go to any extent to destroy the American way of life.
And looking at the broader story that we're telling, we're talking about social justice, and we're talking about power and powerlessness. I really see the opportunity of playing Ivelisse as the chance to give, to personify what that injustice is.
Immediately, stop lying!
My name is Nasson Lindsay, and I'm a part of the cast of What It Is.
City housing residents?
Yes.
Are there gangs there?
Yeah.
So you were supplying underground terrorist cells with wireless communication devices?
What?
You were supplying guerrilla outfits of the Blood, the Crips, the King, and the Arnold chapter of the Taliban. Isn't this correct?
Nah, the only thing I tried to provide was food, clothing, and shelter for my family. This system can't stand me.
The show is very inspirational. It takes issues from history like slavery, segregation, up into today's issues, and it shows how things changed in the past, but not completely.
Constipation, turning our descendants into dependents. From the first to the 14th Amendment, our lives have been twisted in this twisted system. When you're guilty, unless you can prove you're the victim, they take the innocent and trick them, bring them in a line to convict them.
It's just a story of our past, our future, and our present. And I think people should see this play because, after seeing this, you're gonna think about the world a lot differently and possibly want to make a change.